Parenting isn't just exhausting, it's a full-time job that never, ever stops. Ever feel like the reward for all your effort just doesn't add up? My dear viewer, that is called parental burnout. And it's coming to steal all your energy, joy, and patience. But what if I told you there was a way to get that siphoning serpent off your neck? Today, I'm sharing 5 simple yet life-changing ways to not just survive parenthood, but actually love it again. Stick around because by the end of this video, you will have all the tools to tackle burnout head-on and reclaim your spark. The first tip is all about reducing decision fatigue, a scientifically backed cause of burnout. Studies show that on average, we make about 35,000 decisions a day. And this constant mental effort drains our cognitive resources. And one way to combat that is by simplifying and automating our routines. And this isn't just about being organized. It's about reclaiming your energy and your focus. Think of your day as a limited jar of marbles. Every decision you make takes 1 marble away. By mid-afternoon, you're running on empty. That's decision fatigue, and it's real. So start with meal planning. Imagine having a meal theme for each night. Pasta on Mondays, tacos on Tuesdays, slow cook Wednesdays. Not only does this save you time, but it creates fun traditions your family can look forward to. Now let's tackle mornings. Mornings are often chaos zones, right? Create a visual schedule for your kids. A chore chart. This can be a colorful chart or pictures or magnets. It's a guide that helps them step by step. Brush teeth, get dressed, pack your bags, get your lunch. When your kids know what to expect, they're less likely to push back, and you're less likely to lose your patience. Finally, delegate small tasks. Even small children can help with things like setting the table or folding napkins. Older kids can take on age-appropriate tasks like walking the dog or sorting laundry. You're not failing as a parent because you're delegating small tasks to your children. You're teaching responsibility. These are things they need to know when they get out of your household. And remember, by simplifying routines, it doesn't mean that you're cutting corners. It means you're making space for the things that truly matter. How many times have you told yourself, I should be doing more? Or, other parents have it together, why don't I? The pressure to be perfect is overwhelming. But here's the truth. Perfection isn't just unattainable. It's harmful. Studies show that children raised by perfectionist parents often feel less secure and more anxious. Research also shows that kids don't need perfect parents. They need present ones. However, studies reveal what truly matters, what truly impacts a child's development isn't whether or not they have organic meals or a spotless home, but whether they feel seen and valued. Here's an exercise for you. Write down everything you think you should be doing as a parent. Now take a hard look at that list. How many of those things are about meeting societal expectations versus what your family actually needs? For example, do your kids care if their birthday cake is homemade or store-bought? Probably not. So let's talk about redefining success. Instead of aiming for a perfectly clean house, aim for a functional one. Instead of attending every soccer game, focus on cheering your child at the big game. Parenting is about quality, not quantity. Write down your top 3 parenting priorities. Maybe it's spending quality time. Maybe it's ensuring your child feels safe or supporting their education. Keep this list visible. Anytime you feel overwhelmed, revisit it and ask, is this action supporting one of my top priorities? If not, let it go. Your energy is finite. Use it where it counts. And here's the most important part. Give yourself permission to let go. A messy house, missed homework, a frozen pizza for dinner doesn't make you a bad parent. It makes you human. And when you free yourself from the pressures of unrealistic expectations, you'll find more time and energy to connect with your family. Self-care is one of the most misunderstood concepts in parenting. We've all heard the phrase, you can't pour from an empty cup. But let's break down what that really means. When you neglect your own needs, your body is in a high state of cortisol production, which leads to exhaustion, irritability, and a weakened immune system. Taking care of yourself is not indulgent. It's not about escaping your family or indulging. It's about maintenance. Think of yourself as a car. You wouldn't drive it for years without a tune-up or an oil change. Self-care is how you keep things running smoothly. Here's a pro tip. Schedule self-care like an appointment. Treat it as a non-negotiable. Start by finding micro moments for yourself. It doesn't have to be an entire spa day. Even 15 minutes of quiet time can reset your mind. Maybe you take a walk, listen to your favorite music, journal your thoughts. Research shows that mindful practices, even as short as 5 minutes, can significantly reduce cortisol levels, the stress hormone that drives burnout. Another great strategy, stack self-care into existing routines. For example, if you're already making coffee, use that time to deep breathe, to practice gratitude. If you're driving your kids to school, listen to an audiobook that you enjoy. Here's the mantra to keep in mind. Self-care isn't selfish, it's survival. And when you take care of yourself, you're modeling healthy habits for your kids, and you're ensuring emotional availability for them. So ditch the guilt, schedule that time for yourself. You deserve it. Here's a question. How often do you find yourself focused on controlling your child's behavior rather than connecting with them? It's easy to slip in the mindset where we want everything to go smoothly, but here's the secret. Connection trumps control every time. Science backs this up. When you engage in meaningful connection with your child, your body releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This hormone lowers stress for both of you and builds emotional resilience. Here's how to start. Create simple rituals to connect. For example, establish a highs and lows during dinner time. Everybody shares the best parts and the worst parts of their day. Or set aside 10 minutes daily for child-led play. Let your kid pick the activity and lead the way. Don't underestimate the power of small gestures. A spontaneous hug, a moment of eye contact, or saying, "I hear you" can mean the world to your child. Let go of the idea that connection requires these grand gestures or perfect timing. It's about showing up authentically, even if it means sitting on the floor in yesterday's yoga pants. Final tip is about recognizing that when you need actual help, you ask for it. Burnout can feel isolating, let's be honest. Asking for help can feel like you're admitting failure, but nothing can be further from the truth. Research shows that parents with strong support systems experience less stress and greater happiness. So start by building your village. Who are 3 people you trust to support you? Maybe it's a friend or a relative or even a professional counselor. Write their names down and keep this list available. If you're feeling constantly overwhelmed, consider joining a local parenting group or seeking therapy. Many parents find that simply sharing their experiences with others lifts the emotional weight. Finally, let's normalize this. Asking for help is not weak. It's recognizing that you don't have to do it all alone. And when you lean on others, you're teaching children a very valuable lesson. It's okay to rely on community because parenting was never meant to be a solo journey. So there you have it. 5 game-changing ways to overcome parental burnout starting today. Imagine this, a life where parenting feels less like a battle and more like a joy. You've got some tools now. Simplify your routines. Let go of perfection. Prioritize your self-care. Correct meaningfully. And remember, asking for help is a sign of strength. But here's the thing, knowledge is just the first step. The real magic happens when you take action. So here's the challenge for you. Pick 1 tip from this video and start using it today. Just 1. And come back here in the comments and tell me how it's going. I'm cheering you on every step of the way. I've been there. And if this video resonates with you, don't just keep it to yourself. Share it to a teacher who might need it. And if you're ready for more tips, tricks, and a supportive community, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Parenting is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. Together we can make it better. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.